This is Deirdre Blake for Dr. Dobbs TV with the news. At the recent Software Development West show, several of the contributors to the O'Reilly book Beautiful Code sat for a panel discussion. Here, Agitar's Alberto Savoia and UC Santa Cruz's Jim Kent talk about how endeavoring to not write bad code is one step toward achieving beautiful code for large projects.
The first prerequisite of writing beautiful code, make sure that it's not crappy code. And so I spent the last few months working on a metric called CRAP, which has various acronyms, and we even have an implementation of something called CRAP4J. So if you have Java code, we can tell if it's crap.
I've seen it. He's not kidding.
No, I'm serious. And the idea is that we don't want to be the arbiter of what is good and what is crap, but to have a metric that evolves. So we actually went around and asked people, does this look good? Does this look bad to you? Why do you think this code is crap? And usually it has to do with complexity or size or hard to maintain. So I think in large project, as many people mentioned, you're lucky if you have 1% opportunity for writing beautiful code. Most of the time, you should just try to write code that is not horrible. And I don't know if it's someone in this panel who used the quote, a spoonful of sewage. Is it someone here?
No, I did read that one. That was good.
No,
right. So that's, all it takes, you can have a beautiful system. I think it's a Schopenhauer quote. If you have a barrel of wine and you put in a spoonful of sewage, then you have a barrel of sewage. And I thought, that's a great quote, especially as it applies to software. So if you have a large system like the NASA system, it's hard to keep things beautiful, to ask people to write beautiful code. But trying to prevent putting crappy code or sewage into it, I think that goes a very long way.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I guess that was sort of what I was trying to get to in my chapter, was how to make the larger systems hold together and continue to be beautiful in spite of having multiple programmers working on it. And that was, that's as much sociological as anything. And you really, one thing is you definitely have to promote a culture where people are reading each other's code, and that helps, I guess, in a lot of ways. Other ways, it also sort of, there's been, I guess in our group, we sort of practice, I guess, pretty adventurous programming and are happy with it, It's not supposed to work, I guess, that way, but, one thing we have is once a week, everybody pairs up and just reads each other's code, and, this isn't like this dramatic code review thing where you have 5 people, interrogating someone. It's just pair, and they sort of, there's certain things that will pop out at you when you're reading code that it's just wrong, a fresh sort of set of eyes will pick it out, where the old set of eyes that's looked over it again and again is not going to see it. And the quality assurance group isn't going to pick it up because it's an edge condition that is going to happen once in 100 times, and so the 10 things they pick to test it aren't going to get it either.
Yeah,
and then it distributes the knowledge around the system too, and then people are less afraid to use each other's code.
For Dr. Dobbs TV, this is Deirdre Blake.